I want to use my feminine power to encourage and motivate, because that is alone is empower. I was like, Miss April, you be talking that shit. Miss April be talking that shit. Y'all want me to bring Miss April in for a second? Miss April, can you give me 5 minutes? Can you give me 5 minutes, Miss April? I don't mind letting Miss April give me 5 minutes. Miss April, can you give me 5 minutes? I got to get back to the stock market. Can you give me 5 minutes, Miss April? Because I want them to hear you talk that shit that you be talking. You be talking that shit. I want to see Miss April give me 5 minutes. Oh, I got that book, We're the Superior Man. I have that book. All right, let me go. Miss April, can you give me 5 minutes? I got to get back to the stock market, but I need you to give me 5 minutes, Miss April. Can you give me that, please? Y'all want to hear Miss April? Yo, Miss April is the shit, yo. Miss April is the shit. Miss April says she the type of woman that speaks to the little boy inside of any alpha male. I said, whoa. Miss April be talking that shit. She says she is the type of woman that speaks to the little boy in any type of alpha male. I said, oh, Miss April, you dangerous. You fucking dangerous, Jeremy. She ain't answer me, y'all. She might be busy, man. She might be busy. Because I don't be liking to just, like, speak her shit because she speak her shit. You dig? Miss April, if you want, can you give me 5 minutes, Miss April? Because I got to get back into the stock market. If you can, yeah. Okay, there she go. Let me give her 5 minutes. Let me come on this bitch looking all, hey, Trav.
Hey, darling, I'm in the hey, boo. I'm in the middle of packing. I'm moving.
I knew it. I said, why she gonna come with the hey, boo? And I knew you was going. So Miss April Mason
yes.
is, I tell people how much we talk all the time. I
yes.
love you so much. And I didn't realize how, like when you first told me that, like, I teach women how to walk into their feminine. I was like, what the hell is that? Like, every woman should know how to be feminine. And then you told me that most women show up in the world as masculine women.
Yes.
And I was like, damn. So can you give us a little game for 5 minutes? I know you packing. I got to get back in the stock market. Can you give us some game right quick?
Well, the thing is, first of all, let me say, most people think femininity looks a particular way. Anytime I talk about femininity, they think it's soft, it's gentle. She's always, soft-spoken. And no, femininity is also very dark. It is destructive. It is wild. It is free. Why do you think they call the earth Mother Earth? Mother Earth is nurturing. It gives us the resources that we need, right? But when stuff get out of line, Mother Earth calls a catastrophe and comes through very destructive. So my job is to help women and reconstruct their view of what femininity actually is. Because we all, at the moment, we have our own brand. My brand of femininity is called Refined Hood. I'm okay with my definition of what I am. So Refined Hood means I don't forget that I'm from Oakland, Richmond, California. I don't forget that what the struggle was, right? But I also understand being in that position where I always had to fight. I don't want to be that anymore. Doesn't mean I forget, because as a woman, we can't just be soft and docile in the world all the time, right? Because we have to understand our femininity is for us first and our man. Every man doesn't get that same level of femininity from you. So men are out here looking for women to be, oh, she ain't feminine, she ain't feminine. No, she's not feminine to you because you have not provided a safe place for her to be. So at the Boss Up conference where we met, and I was talking to Josiah about this yesterday, and I said the reason why I was able to float around and just be so willy-nilly and just be all airy, because I was in the room full of men and my femininity felt protected. We're not understanding that we're not dealing with a society of men, we're dealing with a society of men. Look at the emotionalism of males today. And so women don't know how to decipher the difference between a man and a male. That's why you have all of this contention going across the world and all over YouTube and Facebook and everywhere else between supposedly men and women. But that's a conversation between males and females. Men operate differently, and women will not rise up and become feminine women to open up that feminine intuition to be able to decipher the two. They're more concerned about looking good and being feminine and the mannerism. Well, femininity cannot be bought at the beauty supply store. That's just not happening. It's who you are in here. It's the openness. It's the freeness. It's the being able to be vulnerable. And there's levels to this. And women want alpha men, but you're the alpha female. Alpha men don't want alpha females like that. So you giving a cat dog food and you wondering, baby, why it's not taking it. So it's like, as being a woman is so amazing. And like I said, at the Boston conference, I was just floating and the men was just serving. Queen, do you need anything? You got it. You call. I didn't have to do anything. All I had to do was be a woman. I was friendly. I was open. You know, I gave compliments. And that's because my feminine energy feels safe. And a lot of men got to realize, if a woman isn't giving you that, normally she doesn't feel safe in your presence. Our body naturally does it. So any man complaining about a woman that will not submit or will not be submissive, she does not see the man in you. She sees the male in you. And we have to protect ourselves from males, because males are the ones that are out here raping us, killing us, abducting us, right? So how is she supposed to be just, is she not a feminine woman? Black women ain't feminine. No, she's not feminine to you because you're a male and she doesn't feel safe around you. So my philosophy is, Trap, I've studied the psychology and biological nature of the masculine and the feminine for about 20 years now. So all of these arguments people be having, that's it's what goes on up under here. When you identify the little boy and alpha man, when I tell you, bruh, listen, I'm like, they be trying to get to the bag. They be trying to get trips, Trap. They be trying to get, what did we say? When I saw you, you said, oh, them so-cates. They be trying to get some of them so-cates. You find out who that little boy is, because women don't understand. Wise women know it. Females and just women don't understand. You will be dealing with the wounded little boy in him more than you will be dealing with the man. So I need to know. We get together, baby. Let me see what your little boy is, so I will know what I will be fighting against. Women ain't doing that. They, he need to make 6 figures. He need to have a degree. And they don't understand between an accomplished man and a successful man. Two completely different things. There's a difference between a high value man and a high earning man. Two different things. They are not always, they can be, but they're not always. And so that's where we're all messed up, because of our values are just all over. It's kind of like, sis, alpha men are everywhere. You just don't know what you're looking for. And you trying to come at them through sex. You trying to come at them through spiritual stuff, but you're not tapping into that little boy, because you're not paying attention. So that's what I had to say.
I love that, Miss April. Listen, I told him you was gonna come with that talk here. That's why I rock with you the way I do. I want you to say one more thing before you go. Yeah. I remember we was talking and you said, God, it was on the tip of my tongue. You said, you said the perfect definition. You told me something. This is what it is. Here it is. You said trap. You told me, you said, you're already a successful man at a high level.
Mm-hmm.
You said, I want you to look at this one woman and you'll see the difference in this man when he got with this woman. Mm-hmm. And you told me Steve Harvey's wife.
Yes.
And you said, yes. I love her. You said, because when Steve walks in a room with her, she doesn't have to do a lot, but because he knows she's there, it takes him to another level. Mm-hmm. And all she has to do is walk around the room and be like, oh, hey, da, 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 da. She don't have to walk in the room like an alpha female. Da, da, da. And I started studying her, and I was like, damn.
Yeah.
That shit is it. You feel me?
He elevated Steve, and Steve always gives her the praise for that. Because, see, here's the thing. Men need women. Women need men, but women are the ones that will say, I don't need a man. Any guy that you hear say he doesn't need a woman, or they create organizations that are anti-women, those are men. Because men understand the value of what a woman is. Think about most successful men. Their offices are filled with women. They would never say they don't need a woman. Males do that. Hurt males do that. And in our society, if you look at it, hurt males are on the same level of hurt females, because women are known to say, I don't need a man. Now you got organizations saying, of men saying, I don't need a woman. They're operating on the same level as these females, and they wonder why nobody will submit to them. We don't want that. That ain't what we want. So when you get with a man, an alpha man, even if he got his stuff together, even let's use you, because we've talked. You got your stuff together. Trap got his stuff together, honey. But here's the deal. Trap has his stuff together from the left side of his brain. Right? Trap knows what Trap can do on the left side of his brain. Although he's doing it, he killing, and some of the stories the new account share with me, that's beautiful on the left side of your brain. But here on the right side of your brain, where you are, a woman that knows how to amplify you will take you somewhere else. You don't need a builder woman. You need a woman that comes in and she sees, she's like your mirror, your side mirrors. You're looking straight this way. You need a woman that can see what you can't see. And what she sees, what you can't see, it's like she amplifies everything about you by her presence, not anything she's actually doing. And women don't know the difference between being a woman and doing a woman. Alpha men don't need to do nothing but be a woman. But women don't know what that means. So then when they ask them what they bring to the table, or they get upset when men ask them what they bring to the table, I'm like, let me tell you something. Males ask women what they bring to the table. Men observe you and apply what you are to their life to see how it will amplify them. Males do that. I said, so women are out here having these long Facebook groups and posts and YouTube videos about males that they're labeling as men. Men don't function the same way. Men don't gossip the same way. Men like yourself, you're not on the internet talking about black women ain't this, black women ain't that. You're talking about, let's go get this bag. Let's go, let me show you how to build communities. Black men, or just men in general, build communities. Males cause chaos. Males cause disturbances, right? So women don't know what they're dealing with. So my job has been for the last 10 plus years to try my best to show women how to decipher the difference between a man and a male, because we have a large population of males, and it's almost like black men are becoming extinct because there's so many males around. So when Steve got with Marjorie, his life skyrocketed. She could see what he couldn't see. She didn't have to come to the table with no degree. She didn't have to come to the table with a bunch of money in her pocket. She didn't have to do that. She knew the man. Okay, I'm wired for this type of man. Women don't even know that part. What type of man are you wired for? Everybody can't be with a Trap. Everybody can't be with a Barack Obama or a Rock or that kind of thing, right? Those are a different sector of man that requires a different sector of woman. But everybody goes after those guys, not realizing what you're using as bait, your degree, how much money you got, your tongue tricks. Them jokers see that all the time. They can pay for that. You have to be a different type of woman to get with that kind of man, because you're coming into something that's already established. But can you amplify, or are you just trying to take from me? So Steve always says she took him out of them old ugly suits he was wearing. She took him. The reason why he got all of these shows is because she changed his identity and showed him who he really was and what he's capable of. A lot of women can't do that because they're so interested in getting what they. I want to get a bag. I want a Birkin. No, ladies, I'm giving you the game. If you want to identify what a man is, pay attention to his movements. Pay attention to his emotional state. Pay attention to how he responds or if he reacts. Pay attention to what follows. Pay attention to his temper. Pay attention to see if he's doing anything to better the community, or is he tearing the community down?
Miss April,
Understand it.
I want you to answer this question for me right quick. So
okay.
I think you're the perfect person to to touch this. So one of the queen, and I always hear women say this. That's why I want you to answer this.
What's
So
that?
this queen on here said, it's easy to be submissive when you broke and stag chasing. It's a little harder when you have your own. I want you to answer that. A woman said that.
That's not from God. It's easier. See, here's the thing. This is where women mess up. It's because you're placing your accomplishments that you're saying it's easier when you're not. Because what you're saying, if I ain't got it, I can submit to you because I'm depending on you to take care of me. But if I got my own, I ain't about to submit to you. You're saying my value comes from material things. That's what you're saying, which a lot of women say. So if your value comes from hard to submit like that, what you're saying is all I'm worth is the money I got in the bank. My value to you is what I have in the bank. My value to you is my degree. My value to you is that I can take care of myself. Alpha men, masculine men don't need you for those things. They respect it and they support it. But if that's what you're using as bait, like, it's easy for, I'm a very successful woman, but when I am in the room, in the presence of a masculine man, child, my wrist is broke, Trap. The surrendering just takes over me because it takes the weight off. And so what I find is women, there's one girl in particular, she's dating a friend of mine. And I told him, I said, bro, you are in the top 1 to 10% of Black men. And he's a good dude. She's running her business, doing her thing, right? And I said, if I was her, and I was dating you, and I lived in another state, I would come to where you are. I'm not trying to live with you. I would get an Airbnb for 90 days, Trap. 90 days. So I can see how I can find out what your little boy is. So I can see how we function. My business, it doesn't mean my business is not going to be successful. I'm going to hire some people to run that. But if the goal is to be with you, I am going to put that on hold for you. Give me an Airbnb, come and live in the vicinity, see how we work for 90 days, because I'm not going to waste my time. And so he said, would you do that? I said, as a woman, identify an alpha man, yes. Would I do that for a male? Hell no. But the fact that I spotted you, the fact that we've seen each other, for a little while. Okay, yeah, I'm a big woman and I make these millions of dollars and I'm doing things. However, I got access to one of the top 1 to 10% of Black men, and he got some sense, and he wants to be, and he wants to love on me. But what I'm getting ready to do is Airbnb it. I'm not even going to ask you in. I'm about to Airbnb it. 90 days. I'm going to find your little boy, and I'm going to see how we function for 90 days. Women ain't doing that. Well, Black women ain't doing that. My non-Black clients, they move differently. It's like, I want a husband. This is what I want. I've identified his value, status, and our processing are similar, and let's have at it. They don't do the whole, well, if I'm not submitting. No, they may have their own stuff, but they don't want the weight that put all of that.